Hey guys, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. Alright, so to just sort of jump right in, about every year or so, I just fall out of the Sonic franchise completely. All I know is Mania Plus came out this year and Team Sonic Racing got delayed until 2019. So basically, what I'm implying is that I'm trying to look at this from the outside perspective, not as someone who is a hardcore Sonic fan that knows where the franchise is headed at every waking moment. So yes, now that that's out of the way, time to get to the actual topic at hand. I don't understand what the hell is going on with Sonic's video game franchising. I personally am a big fan of Sonic, so this video is going to be a bit biased, but again, I'm going to try to look at this as if I'm just trying to understand what's going on. I myself am not entirely sure what's going on here. What I mean is, usually video game franchises, like the big ones anyway, which I do consider Sonic to be somewhat big, not some sort of small scale indie release or anything like that, but what I mean is for the game releases to have, clear direction. Like, they're going to make it very obvious what they're selling to you and when. I'm not saying they always have to give a release date immediately after a trailer drops or anything like that, but what I mean is they have a clear pattern, so to speak, which Sonic at this point definitely doesn't have. Let's talk about yearly game franchises for a second. Now, I'm not saying Sonic is a yearly franchise because I know for sure it definitely isn't, but I want to point out a couple things. Alright, so first I want to look at Assassin's Creed, developed by Ubisoft, a Western third-party game developer. Generally, compared to the hardworking Japanese developers, American developers are looked at in a worse light, even though I'd say their track records are getting pretty even. Assassin's Creed has had a main series game release every single year since 2009. With the exception of 2016, but they announced way ahead of time that they weren't going to be making a main series game that year. Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, the 2K games like NBA and WWE, Madden, and yes, even motherfucking Football Manager, a series published by Sega. A yearly annual game series. You might be thinking that these are low effort games that reuse assets, and of course, they can pump one out every year, but that's my point exactly. Sonic games reuse assets in game engines, so I need someone of intelligence to tell me why it took them from Sonic Lost World to Sonic Mania, if you want to count that as main series. I mean, I do. aka 2013 to 2016 to make a new game. Yes, Sonic Mania and Lost World are completely different. I get that. It's made by completely different people too. So if you want to say that, then let's look at what was made by the same people. Sonic Forces, that didn't come out until 2017 and allegedly only had one actual year of development time out of the 3 that they said it took. I'll be damned if they didn't reuse Sonic Lost World assets in the game, because it sure as hell looks like they did. You can't even drift, just like in Sonic Lost World. It's eerily similar, and to say that it's a completely fresh thing from the ground up is a stretch. Are you telling me that it took them roughly 2 to 3 years to figure out how to start developing a new game? I don't think so. Sega was smart in the 90s. It's just not possible for them to be slipping up like this subconsciously. So games take time to make, yes. I was actually happy when they delayed Fire and Ice, which ended up being a fine Sonic game. Now with them delaying Team Sonic Racing, those should be pretty polished, but that's my issue. Those are spin-off games. I'm talking main series, everyone. What drives the big boy sales, the boosting, or the platforming, or the spin dashing? Sonic has never had an annual, release schedule, but the question I'm posing is, why not? What's honestly stopping it from reusing assets or rehashing like an annual franchise would? I genuinely believe that if a game takes more than 2 years to develop, then it should show it. You know what I mean? And they have shown it before. Sonic has pretty much become an annual franchise without actually being an annual franchise. I promise you, if Sonic 4 had been successful, we would be seeing an episode slapped on the store shelves faster than Sonic can even run. It feels like as long as they can make just enough to get by without ever committing to any sort of formats, Sega's just gonna jump right into that. I know, I could make the very obvious comparison to Mario that everyone wants me to, but it's just not fair. Nintendo is an enormous company compared to present day Sega. It's apples and watermelons, I guess. They were a match when Sega made hardware and wasn't third party. It's not just like the same comparison as before. Nintendo just has the budget and manpower to do things that Sega can't, which is why Sega needs to be smart with their money in game development. There just simply can't be another Sonic flop. I just don't foresee them being able to handle something like that again. Look, bottom line is, I love Sonic, no homo. I just want to see him have the same kind of representation the other video game big boys get. And he kinda does, but in the back of everyone's minds, they're just like, oh, I kinda remember him. I know no one at Sega will care about my dumb little video, but that's not the point. I make these videos to have a discussion, to start or continue one. My biggest hope is that someone bigger than me chimes in and gets the word going, because everyone knows it, but who says it are the brave ones? Sega has been shown to be susceptible to criticism, so there is a chance they may hear us out this time. Sega, this isn't an attack, blind rage, or any of that. It's genuine love from the people who just want to see you do great things. So please, keep that in mind. That's gonna do it for today, guys. However you felt about the video, I will always want feedback. Discord and the annotation thing that's about to pop up, because apparently people like those. So I hope to see you there. Have a great day or night, whenever you're watching, wherever you're watching. Take care of yourselves.